Hello and welcome to Decentralized Health Administration at the Eureka channel. At the Eureka channel, we bring you critical knowledge about creating perfect conditions for much needed revolution in the health industry. Under these perfect conditions, universal health access will be possible because everyone in the world, including you and your loved ones, will have access to the best health services available. Health for everyone will be of the best, highest quality there is in the world, and this will be affordable by all, including yourself. My name is Dr. Masharia Waringi. I come to you each and every day from the Eureka project located at 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. That is marked right in the southwest suburbs of Nairobi and the center of the earth itself. We're very close to the equator. Well, today, I speak slowly because we have very, very important information for you. And this information is very important because it involves lives and death, the lives of women and life of children in Africa. And we're going to discuss today about Dedan Kimathi University of Technology coffee, which I have right here. I would like to look at you to look at it. Dedan Kimathi University of Technology premium coffee. And I want to show you how this coffee connects with health production. How does the DeKUT coffee connect with health production of the people? And of course, people of near the coffee producing area. If you look at this packet, you will see here is a picture of Mount Kenya. This coffee is very well packaged. It has a nice photo of Mount Kenya there. 100% Arabica coffee. 100% Arabica coffee. Where do you get 100% Arabica coffee? Nowhere in the world. Only at Dedan Kimathi University. Premium coffee. It's very well packaged. In this packet of coffee, we have put a logo here, a label saying Life Mothers, Life Babies. Life Mothers, Life Babies. And that's what we want to discuss with you today. What is Life Mothers, Life Babies? And how is coffee from Mount Kenya connected to the life of mothers and life of babies? Pay attention so that you fully understand and why you should buy only Dedan Kimathi coffee and Dedan Kimathi coffee only because it saves women and children. Now, this matter, of course, I didn't work on it all by myself. Material is accepted from Decentralized Health Administration textbook under development by Susan Nyambura Jugona in Eureka Research and Development Team, including Naomi Ngedo Thotho, Winifred Mule, Aben Indiani, Anne Masharia, and Frida Butale. Now, those are the people preparing these works to show how farm produce is connected to the life of women and children here in Africa. Now, of course, we are discussing this directly, talking to the World Ubicoin Ambassador Programs. And you see the team, World Ubicoin Ambassador Program team includes Purity Mudhoa, Waito Washira, Grace Gishura, Naomi Ngedo Thotho, Wilfred Mule, Abed Indiani, Anne Masharia, and Frida Butale, and Barbara Kimani, and Betty Wajiro Washira. Now pay attention. Before we go into details about the DeKUT coffee, let's first revisit the basics. As you know, Eureka Project strives to solve three fundamental problems of health production in the world. Problem number one is lack of access to health services. Number two is poor quality of medical services. And number three is high cost of medical services in the world. Lack of access to health services occurs when people do not have money to go to the hospital. A lack of access also occurs when there is no hospitals to go to. Poor quality of medical services occur when good knowledge to deal with medical problem is scarce. High cost of medical services in the world occurs when manufacturing of products that can be used to solve or to improve human health is stifled. Well, how do we solve this problem? Number one, we solve the problem of access due to lack of money by creating Soko Janja. And if you go to sokojanja.com, you will find the DeKUT coffee and you'll be able to buy it through click, click, click. Now, in a few weeks, you'll also be able to pay for this coffee with UBRICoin, UBN, the cryptocurrency for global health or universal health access. Number two, Eureka clinics and hospitals project ensure physical access to health services. And number three, Eureka science and technology parks create places for translation and commercialization of new and relevant knowledge, ensuring best quality of medical services in the world. Eureka Biomedical Industrial City promotes local manufacturing of biomedical products, reducing the cost of medicines and medical devices and health services in general, making health affordable. UBRICoin, we have said that you can use your UBRICoin to buy this coffee, order this coffee, the DeKUT coffee through sokojanja.com and pay with UBRICoin. If you don't have UBRICoin, you can buy UBRICoin from the main contract. You go to To find the main contract, go to etherscan.io and etherscan.io and type Ubricoin, and you will pull the Ubricoin contract from etherscan.io, and then you can enter that the contract address into your wallet, and then send ETH or Ether, send Ether to the main contract address, and what will happen? You get UBN, and then you can start shopping for coffee, Dedan Kimathi coffee. Ubricoin is a cryptocurrency for universal health access and underwrites health production in the Ubrica ecosystem. To support universal health access, you can support universal health access by getting and adding Ubricoin to your portfolio of cryptos, or by getting equity in the Ubrica project. Get involved. Do not sit on the sidelines of health. But I would advise you to buy and hold at least $10 worth of UBN each and every day. Each and every day. If you want to support universal health access, buy $10 worth of UBN each and every day, and you'll be supporting the most important and biggest grassroots revolution for creating health for everyone in the world. You can get even more involved by joining the World Ubricoin Ambassador Program, where you gain deeper knowledge about Ubrica project and continually share that knowledge with people in your circle of influence. As an ambassador, you will be the bridge between Ubricoin, Ubrica, Soko Janja, and people in the world. To increase your knowledge on the blockchain and cryptocurrencies in health, take a course at the Academy of Cooperative Society of Ubricans. For inquiries on how to enroll for courses, write to info@ubrica.com. Today, I'm very excited. I spent the whole day, let's say the morning, at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, because J, JKU Art or JKUAT. Specifically, we spent time this morning with the folks from DeKUT TV recording very important stuff at the JKUAT S or the JKUAT Enterprises. JKUAT Enterprises is a science and technology park for Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Tech, and I can tell you the things that are going on there are just amazing. Next week onwards, we'll talk to you more about the relationship we're establishing with Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Tech, particularly in with the JKUAT Enterprises, so you can see what is going on in Kenya in the university science and technology parks. The university's science and technology parks need a ton of money, and that's why we have allocated 3.12 billion UBN for the university science and technology parks. Particular problems we have found is that there isn't enough money for commercialization of the scientific knowledge in the universities. What's lacking is money for operating capital, let's say working capital, to fund the operations, the variable cost and a fixed cost over a period of a time until the factories that are within the university can break even. Now let's let's start first of all today looking at the DeKUT coffee and how we're going to make the DeKUT coffee break even directly. You can see this coffee is already well packaged. The DeKUT coffee is manufactured by Dedan Kimathi University Coffee Labs, and you can see that Dedan Kimathi University of Technology Institute of Food Bioresources Technology uh, in Kenya. Dedan Kimathi University of Technology Institute for Food Bioresources Technology. Now, that is one of the institutes in the science park that is developing at Dedan Kimathi. Is very, very, very important that we pay attention to this, because Dedan Kimathi University of the Institute of Food and Bioresources Technology will not survive if you do not buy this coffee. And I want to tell you why you must drink Dedan Kimathi coffee, particularly if you're in Kenya, in Africa, or even you're an African living in the United States, living in diaspora, because it is by buying this coffee that you're going to say to people back home that you care, okay, you care. Of course, going to develop a lot of um, support for health production. So the DeKUT coffee in the Live Mothers, Live Babies campaign. So what is Live Mothers, Live Babies campaign? Live Mothers, Live Babies campaign is a campaign for creating awareness about health outcomes of the economically deprived women and their children. I can tell you that people who grow coffee in Mount Kenya region are not wealthy at all. They don't have money even to eat because they're exploited by who? by middlemen and cartels, very vicious cartels that come and take away their livelihood and they don't have money. So we have said before that economic development is the greatest cause of improvement in health. The opposite is also true, that economic deprivation is greatest cause of worsening of health among humans. Economic deprivation is what is known as poverty by people in the international development community, including the World Bank, the IMF, and all those people, the United Nations. You call them international development community. What I have noticed about them, there is no development in them. What they cause is worsening of economic conditions of the local people because they are not able to stop the cartels that are coming to take coffee, the best coffee in the world, taken for nothing. That means that cheap. They pay very low prices to get this coffee out of Nyeri and say Kiambu, Muranga, and people in those places are left without money. Women in Kirinyaga, women in Meru, women in Muranga, Nyeri, they receive very little money for all their work producing the best coffee in the world that keeps you awake. You're awake because of this great coffee. Yeah. And so poverty occurs when human beings cannot find market to sell what they produce. Producers of this Arabica coffee in Kenya are highly economically deprived. Cartels of greedy brokers and middlemen take away coffee from producers of central Kenya at a throwaway price. We call it dirt cheap price. Families are left with almost nothing to pay for their necessities of life. We're talking about not just pay school fees or hospital bills. They cannot buy food. They can't afford food. Families are left with almost nothing. Without money, families do not have enough to eat. Malnutrition sets in. A malnourished woman can barely take pregnancy to term. If she takes a pregnancy to term, she will die during labor, almost given, because she's malnourished. The body is weak. If born, the baby is too weak to survive. So the death of women during pregnancy and the death of newborns is very, very high in this part of the world. Perhaps we have the highest infant mortality. How is it possible that we are producing the best quality coffee, premium coffee? Look at here. Premium coffee means it's the best of the best of the best. Arabica coffee, very special coffee that has got a very special smell, special aroma. And if you care at all about humanity, you must buy this coffee from Dedan Kimathi. Now, if you're a Kenyan person, you, wherever you are in the world, tell us you want Dedan Kimathi coffee so that we can uplift this economy. Why is Dedan Kimathi coffee so good? People at Dedan Kimathi University, this is university, not cartel. People at Dedan Kimathi University, including all the people, young children that you send to school, they go to university to know what is needed. So the university team created a coffee lab 10 years ago to educate local people how to add value to their coffee, to educate local people how to add value to their coffee. Now, before that, some cartels used to come and collect raw coffee, maybe coffee beans that just come from the farm and dried on a drying beds in a coffee factory. But now Dedan Kimathi University has taken this and a step further, and this is very important. First of all, to create a lab that helps people to learn how to add value, and then they have students in that lab where they are training them and they give them degrees, they give them diplomas, they give them what they need, the knowledge, they feed them with what knowledge they need to to go out in the community and help people add value to the coffee. Now that we have DeKUT coffee, 100% Arabica premium coffee, DeKUT coffee is a blend of premium, grade selected, and hand bulked. So, what are we saying? That this coffee, let me give you a brief description of it. This coffee is capped at the University Coffee Quality Laboratory by coffee experts to ensure highest quality cup. The good coffee is grown on the slopes of Mount Kenya and Aberdare ranges of central Kenya. It's produced on very rich red volcanic soil. And the coffee is hand picked, hand sorted, processed, packaged by coffee experts to ensure excellent quality is maintained throughout the whole value chain. Now I've sipped this coffee before. Of course, we have a lot of it here at Ubrica because when you go to Nyeri, we always make sure we buy it in bulk. We buy uh, hundreds of packets like this. This is to support the women and children who are suffering because of lack of money. So we ask you, you follow us and follow our example, buy DeKUT coffee. Whether you are sitting in England, United Kingdom, whether you're sitting where in London, England, whether you are in Coventry, wherever you are in this world, whether you're in the United States, you're in Massachusetts, you're in Boston, you're in Iowa, you are you're in California, you're in Northern California, or Southern California in LA, or you're up there in Sacramento, buy, order this coffee. Do not drink the junk coffee you would get in the store shelves. Buy this premium coffee because you know what it is going to do to the people who produce coffee, who right now are highly impoverished, and they have the highest incidence of death of women and children, and they have the highest frustration of men who have turned to drinking homemade liquor. You heard the story of Nyeri, where men are being reduced to nothing because of poverty, and the coffee that people use depended on. This is the coffee that our parents used to send us to school. But since some brokers came and then the coffee lost value and people in the villages are not getting any money. If you bought this coffee directly from sokojanja.com, we're going to make sure that that money gets directly to the farmers. Now, if you buy the university coffee, you know what happens? The university receives a lot of money from you, from everyone. So when the university receives a lot of money, it can have money to educate the people there. It doesn't, because it's receiving enough money, the coffee lab is going to grow. University is going to, I've spoken to the vice chancellor, and there's a plan that if this coffee markets well, the university will send people to the communities to train them how to add value to their coffee right where you are, right where they are. And when they add value to the coffee, then of course the coffee finds market worldwide. This is the number one best coffee in the world, and so it means that people in the United States should be drinking only the good coffee and nothing else. And people in the United Kingdom only the good coffee and nothing else. Let's say the whole of Europe. We're talking about France, where people love coffee very much. Italy, Germany, get the good coffee, nothing else. Dana Kimadi University coffee, when it's exported right there, it's going to bring a lot of money for education and for supporting families and then for producing health among the people. Because now mothers will be able to put food on the table. A lot of people there don't have tables because they're living on subsistence life. So they don't have big dining rooms. So when I say food on the table, take it as a metaphor. Yeah, they cook on three stones in a pot, three stones in a pot, and then they eat around the pot in the kitchen, around the fire. So there's no table. We're talking about maybe you buy this coffee, people in central Kenya will afford to buy tables now. Buy this coffee, of course, save a lot of lives. Now, only $5, you can make an order. We would like if you live in the United States, buy at least every year $1,000 worth of coffee. That will be about 200 packets of this. And of course, if you own a shop in the US, in the diaspora, you own a supermarket, mini market, or just a shop, a grocery store, tell us, write to us info@ubrica.com, and we'll organize for this coffee to be shipped to you. Particularly those people who live in Europe. During the winter is coming now, you need a lot of coffee. You live in the United States, you need a lot of coffee, and that's a very very cheap price to get coffee for $5 per packet like this. For premium coffee, there's nowhere in the world you'll buy premium coffee for $5. Usually, premium coffee is used for blending other coffees, and they will when they're blended with the triple A, this double A, this 100% Arabica. When blended with 100% Arabica, that coffee is going to the same packet will go for $20. So the first thing is you understand that what I'm holding here is the gold, yeah, for coffee coming from Mount Kenya region, and you're likely also to make a lot of money because if you buy it for $5, you can sell to your retail clients at $10, and they won't complain because they know the value of this coffee very very high. Let us improve health of our people by buying these things that our people produce at a fair price. That's what we are saying. That's our campaign for live mothers, live babies. If we bought this coffee at a very good price, then the mothers are not going to die. So you hit three birds on the same stones, on the same stone. One, you buy this coffee and you can sell it at higher price because you're buying it at a low price relatively to what it's going to cost in the United States. But of course, there's shipping costs and all that. But you buy it at $5, you can sell it at $10 and make a profit. That is minus your transportation cost. Number two, you save the university. You give university money. The university requires a lot of money for their science park to develop. And when it is developing, it develops, you train a lot of scientists on who now will go and train a lot of people in the communities. So that's the second stone that you are second bad. Second bad, you're killing the same stone that the university will have money to finance research, education, and capacity building for the local people so they can know how to produce high value, high quality coffee, which will reach to you. Now, finally, you you facilitate education for young people, and that's very, very good. Then development. See, Live Mothers, Live Babies campaign is the linchpin is saying that the real point for this is that mothers and babies will survive because they'll have money in their pockets and we can go and buy nutritious food, which we shall tell you even more about when we talk about JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. In their science park, they're producing highly nutritious food, which can be very, very cheap, and everyone in the world has to chip in. We don't want imported food anymore. We have food getting imported, I don't know from where, to be brought to Africa. We don't lack food. What we are lacking is good market because there are cartels that are flooding this country with food stuff, foreign food stuff. Not right, not right. We are when we have high quality food developed and processed by our researcher scientists at the universities like at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Tech. So meanwhile, think about coffee. Stay awake. Drink Dedan Kimathi coffee only. That's what we drink every day. And this coffee is kept at the university quality laboratory by coffee experts to ensure the highest quality cup you can get. The good coffee is grown on slopes of Mount Kenya and Aberdare and is very good. Now, the coffee has enhanced sharp citrus acidity attributes, excellent rich aroma, and it's coupled with antique floral fragrance, leading to long, pleasant candy-like and blackcurrant spicy taste. I can tell you there is no better tasting coffee than the good coffee I've seen. We've been speaking quite a bit with Mr. Schwager, who is the technologist at the DeKUT Coffee Lab, and he knows his job. He does a very, very good job. I want to say thank you to Mr. Schwager for this good job. And of course, the team also at the DeKUT, including the Vice Chancellor, uh, Professor Kioni. Professor Kioni, thank you so much for allowing us to come there and see and even record several videos in Kikuyu which have been aired, and you will find them on YouTube about this the good coffee. We strongly believe that a very a very well established global market for the good coffee will change the economics of Nyeri completely, and the poverty that is prevailing in that county will disappear. You be now when you buy this coffee, go to sokojaja.com, you find this coffee. When you buy this coffee, you'll be putting money in the pockets of hundreds of thousands of impoverished people plagued by extreme poverty, extreme maternal death, and even worse, infant and childhood death will disappear. Just drink the Kuti coffee, the Dedan Kimathi University coffee every day. We call it DeKUT. DeKUT is short for Dedan Kimathi University of Tech. DeKUT. So Dedan Kimathi University premium coffee every day, and of course you'll be saving a lot of lives. As you know, as always, remember, Eureka Project strives to solve three fundamental problems of health production in the world. One is lack of access to health services. Two is poor quality of medical services, and third is high cost of medical services. We we deal with the lack of access problem by but do lack of money by creating Soko Janja. Now to say that we are putting stuff on Soko Janja. Next week we shall be talking about products from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Tech. And so Soko Judge is an online retail store where you can sell what you have produced to increase your earning power. Money in your pocket means realized access. So we are saying with our ambassadors, we do a joint program where you order this coffee, we sell it to you at $5, and then you can sell it at whatever price you want. You make a profit, it doesn't matter. We are going to bring the money down to Dedan Kimathi University in the research lab so they can have money for research, education, and community service, and you'll be fine. Ubrika clinics and hospitals project ensure physical access to health services, and Ubrika science and technology parks create places for translation. You see, this is called translation and commercialization of new and relevant knowledge, ensuring the best quality of medical services available in the world. So, Ubrika Biomedical Industrial City promotes local manufacturing. And you see, this is local manufacturing of biomedical products, reducing cost of medicines and medical devices and health services in general, making health affordable. Get Ubricoin, the cryptocurrency for universal health access to which underwrites health production in the Ubrica ecosystem. You can support universal health access by getting and adding Ubricoin to your portfolio of cryptos or by getting quality equity in Ubrica project. Get involved. Do not sit on the sidelines of health. Get Dedan Kimathi University coffee so that we can improve the health of the people in Mount Kenya region who produce this coffee. We're talking about Meru, talking about Kirinyaga, we're talking about Moranga, we're talking about what Nyeri, and that's the whole Mount Kenya region where coffee comes from. The best coffee in the world is called Arabica, and here you have 100% Arabica, not a touch of anything else. It's Dedan Kimathi University. Remember that. I just want to leave you with that word, but make sure that if you have questions, write to info@ubrica.com. Info@ubrica.com. Really, really important. And of course, this is when the blockchain comes in and helps to improve the wealth of the people. Make sure, make sure that you buy this coffee if you really care about health of the people. And we shall be showing you other products that are coming, particularly from other universities around the country. We have created a very good partnership with a television station that will be going there and doing an expose of what is going on in the universities. It's really important that you understand that our universities are the source of knowledge. When you see this packet, you have to know that this as a packet is a packet of knowledge. There's a lot of things that are done to get this coffee to this point. Yeah, and that's why it's really important for you to understand that. Now, if you have any questions about DeKUT coffee, write directly to us info@ubrica.com or you call +254 755 844 +254 755 844 Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video, and let's see you tomorrow. For now, goodbye.